Tonight, everything went right for a 12-year-old boy whose arm was severed in a tragic train accident. A good Samaritan saved the arm, packed it right, got it to a waiting surgical team quickly. Tonight, in an exclusive report, Christy Myers has that 7th grader's story.
I thought I had lost my arm for good.
That's why this 12-year-old boy says he's lucky.
What do you remember of that day?
Just lights, people screaming, and loud noises.
He'd been playing on a moving train with 2 friends last week when he lost his balance and fell under it.
I could hear the train passing over my head.
What did you feel?
Pain.
He was able to run to a house for help.
The cooler in the arm went into the operating room first.
At Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital, plastic surgeon Sean Boutros and orthopedic surgeon Tom Clanton began cleaning the arm up. They first connected blood vessels and then the nerves and bone.
The arm is reattached, but to get maximum use of the arm, it will be a slow process. It can take up to 2 years, and then they're not sure just how much use he'll have.
Giovanni's chances of a good recovery are excellent because the Good Samaritan who found his arm packed it properly. How do you pack a limb that's been severed?
If this arm is directly on ice, it will get frostbitten, and that's bad. So it's wrapped in a cloth, put into a dry bag, or sometimes a moist bag's okay, but a relatively dry bag, and placed on an ice water bath.
Tomorrow, Giovanni goes home from the hospital, and he's optimistic about his arm.
It's going to be okay.
Christy Myers, 13 Eyewitness News.
Giovanni will begin physical therapy in about 2 weeks, and then he'll be headed back to school.
Where it will still be hot and muggy if he visits Houston, Texas.
That's right. The little boy is speaking out tonight after having his arm cut off by a train. He's recovering from surgery to have that arm reattached. Eyewitness News medical reporter Christy Myers just back from the hospital where she met with the family.
So a long road ahead for that little boy, huh, Christy?
It really is, but he has a lot of courage. You know, this Houston 7th grader is facing 2 years of physical therapy to get as much use as possible out of his hand and arm. But that he has the arm at all is the amazing part of this young boy's story.
Miss.
12-year-old Giovanni Ramirez is playing Battleship with his right hand. His left hand lays bandaged at his side. It's a left arm he thought was gone forever when it was severed after he lost his balance and fell off a moving train.
What do you remember of that day?
Just lights, people screaming, and loud noises.
He'd been playing on the train with 2 friends.
I could hear the train passing over my head.
What did you feel?
Pain.
But today, he actually considers himself lucky.
Because they were able to fix my arm.
What helped in saving the arm was plastic surgeon Sean Boutros, who was ready and waiting when Giovanni arrived at Children's Memorial Hermann Hospital.
The arm was in the cooler. The arm and the cooler in the arm went into the operating room first, and we began working on that. Giovanni actually came afterward.
The reattached arm will be a little shorter because of the way it was severed, but a good Samaritan who wrapped and kept the arm cool and the speed of the surgery helped save it.
At this point, the movement he regains in the hand and fingers will depend on how well the nerve reattaches, and they're wasting no time. He will begin rehabilitation in about 2 weeks.
He's a very good kid, and I think that he has got a very bright future.
Well, it was a tragic accident, but I learned from the doctors that many things went right at the scene. What did go right for this innocent boy and what we can learn from Giovanni's accident? That's tonight on Eyewitness News at 10. Christy Myers, 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, good luck to the child.
Thank you.
Thank you.